Los Angeles, officially the city of Los Angeles and often abbreviated as LA, is the largest city in California, with an estimated population of nearly 4 million people. It is the second most populous city in the United States and the third most populous city in North America. Los Angeles is known for its Mediterranean climate, ethnic diversity, Hollywood entertainment industry, and its sprawling metropolis. Los Angeles lies in a basin in Southern California, adjacent to the Pacific Ocean. With mountains as high as 10,000 feet, is home to 13.1 million people, making it the second largest metropolitan area in the nation after New York. Greater Los Angeles includes Metro Los Angeles as well as the Inland Empire and Ventura County. It is the second most populous U.S. combined statistical area, also after New York, with a 2015 estimate of 18.7 million people. Home to the Chumash and Tongva. The area that became Los Angeles was claimed by Juan Rodríguez Cabrillo for Spain in 1542. The city was founded on September 4, 1781, under Spanish governor Felipe de Neve, on the village of Yanga. It became a part of Mexico in 1821 following the Mexican War of Independence. In 1848, at the end of the Mexican-American War, Los Angeles and the rest of California were purchased as part of the Treaty of Guadalupe-Hidalgo, and thus became part of the United States. Los Angeles was incorporated as a municipality on April 4, 1850, 5 months before California achieved statehood. The discovery of oil in the 1890s brought rapid growth to the city. The city was further expanded with the completion of the Los Angeles Aqueduct in 1913, which delivers water from Eastern California. Los Angeles has a diverse economy and hosts businesses in a broad range of professional and cultural fields. It also has the busiest container port in the Americas. The Los Angeles metropolitan area also has a gross metropolitan product of $1 trillion, making it the third largest city by GDP in the world. After the Tokyo and New York City metropolitan areas, Los Angeles hosted the 1932 and 1984 Summer Olympics and will host the 2028 Summer Olympics. The Los Angeles coastal area was settled by the Tongva and Chumash tribes. Los Angeles would eventually be founded on the village of Iyang or Yanga, meaning Poison Oak Place. Maritime explorer Juan Rodríguez Cabrillo claimed the area of Southern California for the Spanish Empire in 1542 while on an official military exploring expedition moving north along the Pacific coast from earlier colonizing bases of New Spain in Central and South America. Gaspar de Portola and Franciscan missionary Juan Crespi reached the present site of Los Angeles on August 2, 1769. In 1771, Franciscan friar Junipero Serra directed the building of the mission San Gabriel Archangel, the first mission in the area. On September 4, 1781, a group of 44 settlers known as Los Pobladores founded the pueblo they called El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Angeles, the town of Our Lady the Queen of the Angels. The present-day city has the largest Roman Catholic archdiocese in the United States. Two-thirds of the Mexican or settlers were mestizo or mulatto, a mixture of African, indigenous and European ancestry. The settlement remained a small ranch town for decades. But by 1820, the population had increased to about 650 residents. Today, the pueblo is commemorated in the historic district of Los Angeles Pueblo Plaza and Alvera Street, the oldest part of Los Angeles. New Spain achieved its independence from the Spanish Empire in 1821, and the pueblo continued as a part of Mexico. During Mexican rule, Governor Pío Pico made Los Angeles Alta California's regional capital. Mexican rule ended during the Mexican-American War. Americans took control from the Californias after a series of battles, culminating with the signing of the Treaty of Cahuenga on January 13, 1847. Railroads arrived with the completion of the transcontinental Southern Pacific Line from New Orleans to Los Angeles in 1876 and the Santa Fe Railroad in 1885. Petroleum was discovered in the city and surrounding area in 1892. And by 1923, The discoveries had helped California become the country's largest oil producer, accounting for about 1/4 of the world's petroleum output. By 1900, the population had grown to more than 102,000, putting pressure on the city's water supply. The completion of the Los Angeles Aqueduct in 1913, under the supervision of William Mulholland, ensured the continued growth of the city, because of clauses in the city's charter that prevented the city of Los Angeles from selling or providing water from the aqueduct to any area outside its borders. Many adjacent cities and communities felt compelled to annex themselves into Los Angeles. Los Angeles created the first municipal zoning ordinance in the United States. On September 14, 1908, the Los Angeles City Council promulgated residential and industrial land use zones. The N.